Hasn't touched the ball at fullback. He's come out to the forward line and he's kicked the goal straight away. 3 goals in about 2 minutes go on the board at the start of the third quarter. 2 to Corio and 1 to the Bell Post Hillers.
Yes, great football both sides, and we might see a few more goals scored in this second half of football, as we had only the 10 goals scored up till half-time. Well, they've kicked us 30% of those already, Cookie, so let's have a look at the third quarter scoreboard. And that's proudly brought to us, I'd suggest, this third term by the Corio Village News Agency. Sees that Corio now 5-7-37, trailing Bell Post Hill 8-3-51, 14 points the margin, as away goes Johnny Cousins for the Devils. A long bomb up there to Howard, too strong. Yes, there was a push, but it was quite legal, said umpire Mark Nolan.
What it was, Ron, was educated. It was on the blind side of the umpire. Mickey Howard had the player between himself on the umpire. The little shove was on. Wasn't a big one, just enough to get him out of the way. And the mark taken. And Howard a chance to kick his second goal for the quarter.
Lovely goal.
Much more direct approach too in their play, and the kicking the ball towards the goal square instead of going for the flanks. Doesn't that make a difference? Mick Howard thinks it does. They bobbed him down a full forward. He's had 2 kicks for 2 goals early stages of the third quarter.
You've got to find the spot where the tape's ended. On the second quarter.
Well, we don't call the game then.
Bounce down, back to the centre. The ball's tapped away, comes to big Field. Field goes on the right foot towards half forward. Spills past Manson. Manson couldn't handle it. Goes to the back of the pack. Here's a chance. Picking it up is Tommy Svalchek. He goes bang on the right foot. He's drifted away to the left-hand side, and 1 point only goes on the board to Tommy Svalchek.
We've got live footy now.
No, they haven't.
1 point only to Svalchek.
Now
it's replay.
They want to know when it's half time.
Here's the ball coming out of defence from McNamara. The short kick's a good one, and Cousins, Ronnie, takes a nice mark there. Here comes Cousins. Cousins goes on the right foot towards the centre of the ground. Baker was the target, but chipping in is Scholar, and he takes a nice mark, and hasn't he taken a few of them today? Another mark taken there by Mick Scholar. He played a very good game. Playing up the centre half back position, I'd say, drifting down the ground on this occasion. Here he comes, unloads with the right foot. It's a long kick, it's deep into the forward zone. Brady's the target. Up, almost took a one-hander if you don't mind. Couldn't hang on to it. Umpires come in.
Hey, Cookie, why did he go one-handed?
Well, one wonders, Ronnie, but
there was no one near him.
Well, we're a long way away from the play. Might have been a bit off balance as he leapt. He went very high. He might have been a bit off balance. I'd like to see you jump that high. Just seen you run across the ground, nearly killed you. Boundary throw in, back it goes, and it's stopped over the boundary line. We'll have another throw in down there. And early stages of the third quarter, the game is getting lively, says Dun Gilbert and Ben Hall.
Certainly, and we haven't missed a goal, have we, Cookie? Corio at 7-7.
7-7 up there.
That's not right, it's 6-7.
I think it should be 6-7, Ron. Yes, over towards the boundary line they go. Chance there for Prasipovic to handle the ball. He passes it towards the boundary line. Yet well did Prasipovic, and over the boundary line it goes for another throw in.
Okay, let's qualify the scoreboard just for our director downstairs. It's 6-7 Corio, 43. 6 goals, 7 Corio, and Bell Post Hill, 8-4-52. So it's 9 points.
9 points the difference. The ball back into the Corio's attacking zone. No mark. Bell Post Hill attacking zone, but Manson leading it well down there by example. Takes the footy, kicks out towards Bingham. Is it up? Can't mark. Was not Bingham. It was Morrow. Got one over the shoulder to Troy Morrow, and he's been quite a lively player. Morrow goes on the right foot after receiving that kick and kicks it in short. He's found a teammate out there at centre wing position, and his teammate might have been Dave McCanahan, who punt kicks towards half forward. Benyon.
Yep, give good football too, because he had good vision to give the hand pass to the running player there, and the number 9 Guernsey and Johnny Bartolo, who's played a fair game too for the Bell Post Hill side. Kicked long, and he's found that ever reliable full forward, the leading full forward here this afternoon in Mark Brady.
Well, he led straight down the ground. They knew where he was going to lead. They put it out in front of him, and he takes the mark. And here comes Brady on the right foot. Oh, this is swinging back nicely with the breeze. Ron, as it swung far enough. Wait on the goal umpire down there.
Woodwork.
Hit the woodwork on the way through. 1 point only on the board, and that's blotted the copybook for Mark Brady. He's first behind 4 goals, 1 his personal tally for the afternoon.
Yes, certainly, Cookie. We've been travelling 8.5 minutes of this third and vital quarter as the ball now brought back into play by Paul Manson. A good one at that too, and finds his teammate there in Matt Callan. Cullen's kick, though, looks there for big Jack Bowden, but chipping in nicely. Copying on a bit high, too, was Stewie Benyon, got the free kick.
Here's Benyon, left foot kick, into space. Who's picking him up down here? No one is at all. Well played by Benyon. Took his time, had a look, saw Nathan Lewis coming out on the lead, kicked it straight to him.
A 16-year-old, they tell me, this fella.
Only a kid. He's a fair way out from goal. Puts the boot into it. Long kick, but it's drifting well away to the right-hand side. The goal umpire signifies 1 point only on the board. He got the distance, Ronnie, but the accuracy just lacking at the present time.
Looks pretty handy too, the youngster. Quite a number of touches here this afternoon.
He's one of the Falcons, Ron, the Geelong Falcons, and so too is McCrowan, who's played a fair game in defence for them. Here's McNamara trying to steady the ship down there for Corio, using all his experience, and goes out wide looking for the lead there of Cullen. The ball bounced. Now, player there going crook, Johnny Bartolo, says he didn't touch it before it went out of bounds. I think he might have, Johnny, and the boundary umpires agree with me.
I'm sure he did, Cookie.
And Brainey's agreed with me. That's a change, and the boundary showing takes place down there in the forward pocket.
Well, the ball again now picked up by the big devil. It looks like that was Shelley, who's been a little quiet here this afternoon. Gets it across to Cole Keating, who goes to the centre wing, but a courageous grab taken there for the hill.
Good player, this kid,
and Mark McCronan has taken a fine grab at centre wing.
He looks the goods, Ron, doesn't he? And he punt kicks up towards half forward. Over the top, a big fist from Bowden was a good one. Down it comes to the ground. Little kick out of the pack from Cullen, goes towards Zor, short of the centre of the ground. No one able to take the mark there. Brown couldn't take it. The ball punt kicked in. Oh, good diving mark from Pacifica Edge coming out and taking a beauty. A real slips catch that one, Brainy. And he might get 50. No, he won't. He's going to kick from inside the 50, though. And he should kick the distance. This kid, he's a lovely player. And he's played very well since halfway through the first quarter.
He certainly has. From foot punt, it's got the distance. The accuracy does not look a problem. The two fingers raised. Great goal, Adam Prasibble-Cabbage.
That's his second for the day, Ronnie. Backs together with Wall, and the Benyon got into it a little bit towards the end of that second quarter there. And they're going on very nicely, Bell Post Hill. They look the goods at this stage, and plenty of youth and plenty of direction too, Ron. They've played straight down the ground. They haven't gone too wide at times. Out of defence, they're not frightened to take the ball wide, but when they get in the forward zone, they go straight into the corridor and use their key forwards.
Yeah, certainly. And, well, it's a secret to success, and that's what they're having here so far this afternoon. It's 9-6 now, Bell Post Hill. 60 points, they lead Corio 6-7-43.
Goes down towards Cullen. He couldn't get the hand pass away. Back towards O'Toole. Eludes him. Here's a kick from Cousins out of the centre. It's getting a bit willing out in the centre. Out comes Ettridge, being a quiet player. Can't take the mark. Mark Brown's a chance. Can he get hold of the footy? Does so. Fires the hand pass out wide at Cornwall, who's got short sleeves on this quarter. Out he goes wide. Horton's a chance to gather it before it hits the fence. He does so. Oh, good tackle too. He's pulled around the jumper. I reckon he's dropped the ball. Sensational tackle there. And Adam Horton, who thought he was getting away with it, well tackled and has been free kick for dropping the ball.
That's what you get for persistency. And I tell you what, if the few of his Corio teammates take a leaf out of Nevada Cornwall's book, they'll come right back into this game. Cornwall now looks into the centre of the ground. Troy Morrow, unattended, takes the easiest of marks. Wastes no time. Kicks a long bomb up there to the big flyers. Baker. Howard comes to ground. Now Benyon picks up for the Bell Post Hill side and clears out to the centre wing position, broadcast side of the ground.
Mostert is on the ground. Mostert's gathered that, Ronnie. He got the bad bounce, good enough to go back and get it. Spears the pass into the forward line, and a nice pass too from Mickey Mostert. His teammates going back to tell him, that's all right, you got the bad bounce, but you went back and got it, son. And the mark taken down the forward pocket by Dave McKenna, who's on the forward line now. I think they've made some changes. He punt kicks towards the goal, drifts away to the right-hand side. He has missed. 1 point only on the board of Corio when they badly need goals.
That was off the boot of, again, Cookie, that was
off the boot of Dave McKennahan.
I thought it was too. Normally in defence. Interesting to see David up there.
I think he's been shifted to the forward zone, Ron. They're looking for a bit of bite down there. Waiting on the ball to come back into play.
Okay, looks like the fullback on this occasion. Is that Brad Martin?
A magnificent kick. He's kicked it about 75 metres. The mark taken by Houghton. He fires up the hand pass. They're running well. Might have been Svalchek going past him or Bartolo down to the forward zone. Who can gather this one? Out they come. Beat the drum. McNamara's on the band. Here he comes. Left foot kick. McNamara. He's played a great game. Gets it out wide. Finds his teammate out there in the 27 jumper of Mark Brown. We've got to get used to him wearing that. Kicks it round the boards, the boundary line. Can't do that, said Brownie. Umpire said you can. Play on's the call. Comes back to Cousins by hand. Cousins away goes on the right foot. Again, goes straight across the ground for God's sake. Gain nothing in distance at all. Hand pass. Comes out towards Baker. He's in trouble. Can't pick it up. Oh, well played Cameron Carr. Suckers it off the ground. Up towards O'Toole now, who's in the defensive zone. Gives it back to Baker. Claimed too high, so the umpire. And look out here. It's getting a bit friendly in there if you don't mind. Umpire better get right on the scene here and cut out what could be a nasty incident, Ronnie. Well done. Both umpires there on that. jumped right on top of it. Baker gets the free kick. Might have been a bit lucky. Now what's the play on? Now, Sivilkovic tells him to go back. He's going to be the third umpire here soon, Adam Sivilkovic. Mickey Hotel just pushed him away and said, you play footy, we'll do the umpiring up here. Kick comes into the forward
good umpiring
zone. Good umpiring too.
Yeah.
And Cameron Carr takes the free kick. No, he loses the free kick. It's gone here to Cullen. Carr wanted to go on with it. Cullen goes across the ground, finds Manson, who's been a manful trier. Hand passes forward. No, it's Neville it was actually down the ground there, Ron. Give it to Cousins. Cousins goes into the forward line looking for Ettridge. Ettridge has to throw it on the boot in a hurry, and the kick isn't particularly good.
Under pressure, but there's been a high tackle placed on that player as he kicked the footy, and I think you'll find that Sean Bennell, Bile it is, little back pocket player wearing 54 on his back, and I tell you what, he'll sleep well tonight, carrying that weight around.
54. God, I hope I get to that age. Here's the kick out to halfback. Field goes up, can't mark. Benyon's coming into his own, but the kick is well smothered off the boot, very well smothered, and Benyon's been smothered too, if you don't mind, by Neville coming through. The ball's gone over the boundary line. Stewie Benyon looks up at Neville and says, I remember you, son. But it was a legal bump, it was hard, it was fair, and the boundary showing comes in. Up they go. Field goes over the back of Shark by Cousins. Cousins throws it on the boot. They're a bit willy-nilly at the moment, Corio. They look a bit rattled. The ball has been marked, though, at half forward by Mark Brown. Needs to get into the play more, does Brown. Spears a pass in towards half forward, leading out of the run of the footy here. Looks like McKennahan down there. Straightens up, gives it across to his teammate who fires at the goal. Brown, was it? I think he's goaled, Ronnie.
No, it was a great goal. It's kicked his second to the fullback, Ricky Bingham,
the long sleeves
on the forward line. And I tell you what, a great goal under pressure. Well set up there by Ricky Neville, who seems to have given him a little bit more bite in the middle of the ground.
Well, they need a bit of bite. They need to do something to get back into this game, and they're working their way in. It's been a good third quarter so far. A couple of goals, 3 or 4 goals kicked early, then a real bit of tough stuff going on. It's a game of Aussie rules footy, and just to make sure it's a game of Aussie rules footy, light rain is starting to fall at the Shell Oval.
Well, Crookie, I've only got 7 goals down for Corio. Scoreboard attendance says 8-8-56. I reckon it's 7-8-50. And Corio score, that is, and Bell Post still 9-6-60. 10 points the margin, I believe, and not 4 points as shown at the moment here on the scoreboard at the ground. We'll confirm that at 3/4 time, because I think you'll find it could be a tight finish here, Cookie.
I think it will be. We're on the ball in the half forward. Baker's up in front, can't mark. Ducked the head on that occasion when he almost had it in his hands. Comes back. Oh, player crashes through. What number was that, Roddy? Was that 36? That Scholar, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, he's got up to take the free kick. He's a tough Scholar, I can tell you.
Well, Ron, can I throw another spanner in the works? I reckon it's 8-8-58.
No, that can't work, Fan.
56, I mean. 8-8-56.
Yeah, good on you, mate. Well, that's what the scoreboard attendant says here too, but I think it's 7-8-50, no, because we've only got 7 goal kickers.
I'm going by the scoreboard. You reckon he's wrong?
Yep.
Scholar's long kick to the goal square has been marked by McNamara, who's been impeccable in defence today. Kicks the ball out towards half-back, and he finds the youthful and sleeveless, I might add, Nevada Cornwall. He took the sleeves off at half-time. It started to rain. You reckon he left him on, Ron. Goes towards the half-back flank. He's got a teammate out there, takes the mark and kicks across to Cousins. Away goes Cousins at centre-back. They've had 4 possessions and gained 50 yards. Now Cousins puts the foot in. That's a better one. Down the ground he goes. Baker goes after the footy. He's got to contend with a couple of opponents here. And the hand pass comes back here to Cullen. He gives it across to Manson. Heavy shepherding from Neville allows Manson to pass the ball to the forward zone. The mark taken here by Mark Brown. Down the ground. Up goes Howard! Takes the mark.
Great grab, the big fella. And I tell you what, he's been an inspiration for the Devils in the third and vital quarter here this afternoon, Cookie. He's kicked 2 vital goals. Opportunity here from about 30 metres out, 45-degree angle, to kick his third for the term.
Yeah, good play there. Corio had 4 possessions before they got it to centre half back. Then they went direct and bang, Howard's taken the mark. Comes in. Mickey Howard, the kick's always interesting from Mick. This one's drifted a fair way across the face of goal. I'd suggest he scraped in one behind only. 1 point only on the board there to Corio. Howard's total now 2 goals, 3 for the day. But he's given him a bit of life, as you say, Ron, down there in this quarter. He's certainly made position, and he's grabbed hold of a few grabs, which is...
Ball now back into play. It's a nice-looking kick, Cameron Carr, too. Looks to the direction of Mike Scholar. There also was Matty Cullen. Dumps the ball forward. At ground level, working hard for the Corio side was young Ricky Bingham. But the umpire umpire Sanders Burrito has suggested that I'll have a bounce.
Now, in that marking duel there in front was Adam Prasipovic, and I think he might have dislocated a finger. The trainer straight out to him. He pulled up as soon as he did it. He didn't go on with the... Out comes Cameron Carr, playing like a man possessed down there. Paddles it in front of him. Might have been held without it. The umpire does not agree on this occasion. Boundary throw-in's the result. About 45 metres around Yep, about 45 metres around from the goal to which, just measuring it with my eyes there, Ronnie, for the goal to which Corio attacking. Here's the chance for Christensen, got the hand pass towards Houghton. Houghton's claimed high on the tackle. Umpire says no thank you, throw it in again, boundary umpire. We'll restart proceedings in the third quarter of this vital match at the Shell Oval.
Okay, now with the footy, it looks like young Adam Houghton
He
again.
did get the free kick one bit. They just disappeared from view for a minute there. He did get the free kick, but his kick wasn't good. Cousins takes the mark. He must have seen something out there we didn't. Mark Brown's going to run onto the footy, which is handy. Needs to get it to Cornwall quickly, and he does. And Cornwall's got time to take a bounce. The first one we've seen for the season. Dummies, Shepherds, all sorts of trouble. Put Cal Keating in. He's knocked away from Keating. Out wide, knocking the ball on further well was Bayer. He goes in after it again. Benyon comes in with the left foot now. Down the woods, half forward. Drifting back, McNamara dropped the first mark. He's dropped all day. Tapped away from Miller. In goes Miller again. Got the hand pass. Claimed, loses the ball. Great tackle. Oh, Adam Kent went in pretty hard there. Spills to Shelley, and Shelley's going to relieve the pressure with a short kick. And is that Keating taking the mark on the far side of the ground?
Darren McNamara in trouble also there at half back.
So too Paul Miller.
Looks as though he could have strained a knee.
Keating, meantime, has played on, got the ball towards the centre wing position. Players going after it. Kicked off the ground. Big spells to the big fella field. Roving this one. Runs into a bit of trouble. Ran into Benyon, actually. Got the right foot kick around the boundary line. It'll go over the line now to bounds. And Darren McNamara still sitting on the seat of his pants down there, Ronnie. You hope for Corio's sake that he's not badly hurt because he's been their best player by a mile.
Without a doubt. And, let's just hope that it's not too serious as the ball now is on the members' side centre wing with the boundary umpire.
He's cramped up, Ron.
Ricky Neville and also Tony Field do battle. Comes to ground where Ricky Neville doing well. Kicks quickly up to where Butter Eskridge in front. Couldn't hold the ball. Comes to Benyon. Sold the dummy but lost the footy, and we see Cornwall break clear. Oh, bounces the ball as rain's tumbling down here. Good courageous footy, goes short. Opportunity here for Troy Morrow, who bangs it at goal. I think you'll find he's popped it through. Great goal.
Yeah, Morrow's kicked the goal today. Sensational, Ronnie. They needed that one too.
That's not tomorrow, it's Troy Morrow.
Troy Morrow, that was two Morrow. He's kicked the goal today. They needed that one. Did the Corio Devils put themselves right back in the game?
Yeah, they certainly are, Cookie. And I believe now that the scoreboard should read 8-9. That's 57 points. And Belpost Hill have stopped to 9,660. I think there's a 3-point margin at Belpost Hill favour. We've been travelling 20 minutes of the third and vital term.
Back to the centre. Here's the chance for Cousins. Getting into the play. A little right foot kick from Cousins towards half forward. The ball is tapped further afield. Running in on top of the footy was Mickey Matchevek, who kicked it out wide. Baker's a chance. He's going to be first onto the ball. Needs to sit for him because he's going to be under pressure. Oh, pushes it cleverly in front of him, does Baker. Keeps going after it. Getting a bit tough in there. Joey Barbaro went in pretty fiercely. And Paul Baker, who's looked as though he wants to go on with things.
There's got to be 50 metres. They've got to give the kid 50. I like this Paul Baker. He's red hot at the football, and I think you'll find if there's not 50, I'll be very disappointed in Mark Nolan.
Well, Paul Baker didn't actually get the free kick, Ron.
It's gone the other way.
It's gone the other way.
I can't believe that.
It looked like Joey Barbaro going back to take the kick in the back pocket. In he comes on the right foot, out the woods. Well, centre wing. Up goes Pacificovic. It's knocked away from him at the back of the pack is Cullen. Cullen for Corio. Punt kicks the ball with the left foot. A tumbling punt too. Out comes Howard. Taps the ball in front of him quite nicely too, does Howard, because he's found the waiting arms of Nevada Cornwall. Straightens up on the right foot. Goes for goal. Back goes Cameron Carr. Oh, took the mark. Well done, Cameron Carr. Good enough to stop and play on and bring it right out to half back.
Yeah, match-winning stuff. That a real game saver, that grab. And he kicks it out wide centre wing, but it goes straight to, I think you'll find there, that looks like Troy Morrow again, and I think of things finds, it looks like Matty Cullen up there in the centre of the ground. Goes to, that's got to be a mark for mine.
No mark paid. That was
Howard.
Howard, do you think, was it? Out it goes. Here's the chance for him to come in to attack Belpost Hills through the agency of Bartolo. The umpire's blowing the whistle and he's found a free kick. And he's found 50 metres, and it's getting a bit friendly out there. And Bartolo is going to take the benefit of the 50 metres he's run.
Well,
A fair 50 is Bartolo. Spears the pass into the forward zone, looking for Millers. Tapped away by Cooting, who got into the hole very nicely. Picked up by Millers, had a fresh air shot and hurt the leg as he had that shot. A player went across his leg as he had the kick for goal. Taken away by Cousins. Sharked well by Big Field. Got the hand pass down to Benyon. Benyon now in trouble. Gets it out to Christensen. Christensen goes into the forward pocket. Chance here for Adam Prasivkovic. He straightens up. Beats two opponents. Fires on the right foot for the sausage roll mouth. If you don't mind, he's kicked a magnificent goal. Let's not detract from that goal, Ron. That was a sensational effort by Prasivkovic. It's his third goal for the day. And since about halfway through the first quarter, he's been a live wire for the Bell Post Hill side, setting up many opportunities. Now we see Darren McNamara having to come off the ground. He's in trouble. And on screen we can see Paul Miller's in all sorts of trouble on screen. Ron, he got the boot off. They're going to take him off. He went to have a shot for goal and a player went across his leg there, and let's hope he's not too badly hurt, because he's been a real try for them down there, and certainly a focal point. He's going to come straight off. They're carrying him off. He's got the boot off and everything. Back to the centre of the ground as the umpire puts it down on the turf. Some there, Benyon, but Houghton goes and gets it himself, and he punt kicks the ball wide to the centre wing position.
Yeah, good footy. Clears the ball for the hill, but it's gone out to centre wing. Members side where Cornwall sharks it well. Over the top with a lovely long handball. Sits well for Matty Cullen. His left foot pass though to Troy Morrow's not a good one. Misses the target completely, and we'll see a boundary throw in around 50 metres from the Corio goal, as we see that the Ray Edwards Corio Village News Agency third quarter scoreboard show, and we'll confirm this for you at three-quarter time. Corio 8-9-57, Trail Bell Post Hill 10-6-66.
Boundary throw in, it's sharked here by the number 11 jumper of Bartolo. He kicks the ball up towards Benyon. Benyon takes the ball from the defensive side of the centre wing, kicks to the centre of the ground. All player is unmercifully unloaded there. The youngster there coming through, Nathan Lewis. He received the free kick as Darren Shelley met him with a little bit high tackle, Ronnie.
Just a tad, yes.
Just a tad. All right, he's got up all right, this kid Lewis. He showed a bit of promise too. Waiting on him to take the kick, going back behind the mark now. And the umpire not happy with something here.
Nevada Cornwall's being spoken to by...
I think Nevada Cornwall's, as captain, is protesting against some decisions going against Corio at the moment, but the umpire's just explaining why. And we see now that young Lewis is going to take this kick. He's a little bit groggier than we thought he was, Ron, I think.
Yeah, Darren Shelley's been sent off the ground.
Darren Shelley, well, he's gone off the ground, whether he's been sent off or not, we're not sure.
Well, there was no card raised. There's supposed to be a red or yellow card, isn't it?
We didn't see any, Ron. The ball goes into the forward line from Lewis, but it comes straight back out. But it lands in the arms of Benyon. Can he weave, balk and duck? He does 2 times, 3 times, straightens up on left foot, but kicks towards the right-hand pocket.
Great effort.
Great effort, but just the kick not quite as good as Stewie Benyon would have liked. This offline 1 point only. But Bell Post Hill, I think I've got Corio at this stage rattled, Ron.
Well, yeah, funny game this footy, Cookie. We've been travelling about 26 and a half minutes. The first 15 minutes was all Corio, and now the last 7-8 minutes, we see that the Hill has started to get back their composure that they had in that first half to lead by 20 points. As the margins only got back down to about, I would suggest the margin's 9 points, Cookie, but we'll have to confirm that at half time.
At three-quarter time, Ronnie, yeah, the scoreboard operator at Corio's going to be excited. I reckon he got him down for 2 and they only got 1. Manson kicked the ball in towards half back, and he found his teammate there who took the mark. Might have been Adam Kent, it was. He punt kicks long towards half-back. Now Corio with the run of Baker. Run around that half-back flank. He's pushed as he kicked though as Baker. He gets the ball down towards the centre wing. Goes after it again. He's still after it, well Baker. Done. Got the hand pass over the top. But they're falling down across half-forward there, Ronnie. Corio, it's intercepted by Bell Post. Still might be out of the full run.
Yeah, great work, Paul Baker. Never stops trying, that kid.
And waiting the ball coming back to Dave McKernahan as the rain starts tumbling again here at the Shell Oval. And we've got a fella on our hand. Bell Post Hill, the underdogs, serving it right up to Corio. First game of the year.
Okay, ball. It's a nice drop punt too. Right to the corridor, looking for Howard behind. Ball comes to the ground. Kicked off the car, but that was nice to Morrow. Good vision to Matty Cullen, who shoots. Caught one a bit high as he kicked the ball. No free kick. Likewise now, yeah. Terry me. Etheridge was flattened. Play's allowed to go on, and now the umpire will allow the boundary umpire to throw it in, and a couple of kicks quit missing there for Corio.
You keep it with you, Ron. I'm just dodging the rain as it comes down here so it doesn't get in the headset. Ball's in the forward pocket, picked up by Ettridge. He's had a flying shot at the goal mouth as Ettridge went on the goal umpire. Ettridge has bobbed through a beauty on the run, running flat out towards the boundary line. He's been able to hook this back. Full points on the board of Corio. They're back in the action, Ronnie Brain. The great goal kicked by Butter Ettridge. Not his best game of all time, but I tell you what, that's his best goal for a while. That was a beauty.
Yes, certainly, Cookie, and a badly needed one too at the... let's have a look. The 28.5-minute mark here of the third
it's
quarter.
on the Rockies 24-hour locksmith time clock, Ronnie. Also the trophies out there, Rockies.
Good on you, Rocky. Provides us with a lovely plaque this year, which the player will be able to pick up from Rockies next week.
Ball back to the centre, Ron. A chance for Scottos, knocked away from him. Hand pass comes out from Big Bowden, but it slaps straight back towards him. It eludes him. Benyon doesn't elude him. He gives it across to his teammate in Christensen. The coach goes bang on the right foot of the forward zone. No one able to take the mark. Coming out on the ground now, Longworth couldn't handle it. Back into the forward pocket it goes. Longworth calling for the hand pass. It's kicked straight past him, and it spills over the boundary line and out of bounds. They moved that very quickly, did Belpost still, but unfortunately headed towards the boundary line there, not as direct as they have been. Certainly, as we see that the Ray Edwards Corio Village News Agency third quarter scoreboard, Corio 9-9-63. They trail Belpost Hill 10-7-67. 4 points to the margin. I think that's the correct score, not the one that's shown here at the ground. It's back into play. It's in the forward zone here for the Belpost Hill side. The boundary umpire's right on the job, Ron, and he's called that one out of bounds before they can get a forward for a operating. Rain still tumbling down here too at the Devils playground, but the players still handling the ball rather cleanly. As we wait now, the ball in the forward pocket, the right forward pocket for the Belpost Hill side. Up they go. Comes to ground where we see trapping it was Muzzarts. Got the ball over the top to Cornwall. That was good footy. Cornwall who decided the free kick, Big Bowden. He's going to take this one at the half-back flank position. Signifies he's going to go the long kick and puts the foot into it. Kicks it about 45-50 metres. Up they go. No mark taken at the back of the pack. Here's a chance for Belpost Hill through Joey Barbaro to spear the ball back. They do. Field takes the mark. Wants to play on immediately. Travail's the target. He taps the ball. He's pushed in the back. Travail must take a free kick. Umpire says no. Play on as Bowden gathers for Corio and punt kicks the ball out the wide out towards the half-forward zone. But coming through well as Sean Bile. He sets his teammate through there as that wall. Punt kicks long towards the forward zone. At the back of the pack, a chance. A fresh air shot, in fact, there by Neil Longworth, and no score goes on the board, and Corio might get this out of the defensive zone. Yeah, they certainly do through the agency of Cal Keating. His kick, though, drops short. Baker now swoops on the leather, under some pressure. Boundary line beats both players, as we'll see now a boundary throw in between half forward and centre wing for the Belpost Hill side members side of the ground here. As we check the scoreboard, 4 points to the margin. Belpost Hill favour, and just hope that Ron Brain is right, and I'm sure that the accurate one will be. So if you can't give yourself a rap, Ronnie, no one else will they?
That's about right.
Idea. Good man.
Super stuff.
You look after yourself, Ron.
Buddy on the ball to
Nobody
come
else will, Fano.
This is Christensen, Brendan Christensen being a live wire too. He takes the free kick there. Punt kicks the ball. It's on the far side of the ground. Players up. No mark going to be taken now. Hand pass from Brown. Comes back towards Cousins. He gathers it well in the wet conditions now, does Cousins. Punt kicks up towards centre wing position. Up high they go. Baker scouting the pack. A hand pass comes across. Was a good one too. Set free the big fella there the big fella there in the Morrow coming through with a bit of pace and a bit of strength, and he punt kicks towards half forward, and there's a mark taken down here.
No, it's a free
kick, Ron, was it?
It's against Brad Martin, a little bit stiff because he flew high, was knocked as he flew and infringed there on Dave McKernahan. And, well, Dave's got an opportunity here. He hasn't kicked a goal. I don't think he's ever kicked a goal because he's normally in defence here for the Corio side. He's got an opportunity here from about 40 metres, very slight angle. It's a nice looking drop punt. Touched on the line. Yeah, Stewie Benyon getting back well. There was a Sean Bile. Might have been Sean Bile getting back there to knock that one through for a defensive behind, Ronnie. Certainly was. David Cook as we wait now. This time it looks like, I think it's Cameron Carr bringing the ball back into play. No, yes it is. No, Brad Martin. Sorry, Brad Martin it is. The drop punt's a beauty too. Mickey Scholar, what a great grab. Now the ball's a little slippery. Oh, gave it to his teammate there in Barbaro, who was a little slow.
Great tackle, Nevada Cornwall. Barbaro didn't see him coming, but Cornwall did it well. It's spilled through to Cousins. Cousins in trouble. Has to go around the flank looking for Ettridge. Tupped away from Ettridge by the player coming through in Scholar, who's been a great player today. Did well, did Scholar. Over the boundary line it goes for a boundary throw in. And players starting to cramp up a bit now. Early in the season, Ron, understandable. Not as fit as they could be, I guess. I think they've all been training, but yeah, that'll come with time. Bowden goes up and slaps it over the back. Going through the back of the pack here is Nevada Cornwall. He's going to steady and have a shot on the right foot. The kick's offline, 1 point only to Nevada. They badly want the goals to the Corio side. They're certainly not out of this. They're fighting this game right out, Ronnie. Close to three-quarter time. Another player down here with cramp. Might be young Wall down here with cramp right in front of us, and that's through for just 1 point on the board. When that Corio could barely have done with a sausage roll.
They certainly could have. Nevada Cornwall, a little surprising on that occasion. I thought it had plenty of time to steady and kick truly, but was well offline.
Ball's a bit greasy now, Ron. Let's forgive him those little indiscretions. Out to half back, over the top. Bowden can't take the mark. Hand pass. Comes back. Big Tony Field sharks it, if you don't mind. Spins away and goes on the right foot. Looking for a teammate down forward to run onto the footy. He's got one too. Travail. He traps it nicely. Goes back and gets it. Picks it up. Bang on the right foot into the goal mouth. Oh, at the back of the pack. Here's the chance for the big fella down there in Longworth to have a flying shot at the goal mouth. But he's missed it, Ronnie. Perhaps should have taken the mark, but he's a bit greasy now. We've got to give him that much in.
Yes, certainly. The big fella was a bit agile there too. Recovered well. Quick snapshot at goal, but was offline.
Just offline. Short kick in will be marked by Mickey Mostert.
Well,
it is in the back pocket.
34 and a half minutes have been played. I reckon it's got to be about siren time, Cookie.
Well, I don't know what you pay me, but it's not enough, Ronnie, because we've been commentating for a while here. Here's the chance for Corio to come in to attack towards Ettridge again. He's in trouble. He has to kick hurriedly with the right foot. Spins it back towards centre half forward. Well kicked Ettridge, but unfortunately not quite accurate enough, and Joey Barbaro takes the mark. Wants to play on immediately. Brady's giving me the eyeball to eyeball
I
here.
thought you were donating your services.
I'll stay with the footy. Don't get anything for nothing these days, Ron. At centre half forward, they're stacking on top, but little kick off the ground there from Troy Morrow. Little toe poke, in fact, didn't cover much territory. Came straight back into the pack, and we'll have a ball up decision.
Cookie, what's a toe poke?
A toe poke is when you put your toe in, Ron. Just into the 40 I'm talking about. Up they go. Field wins the hit down. Did it well towards Pacifica, which it spills free of him. Goes to do Tommy Zvalcek. It takes a while to get that out. I'm glad the siren went. It takes a while to get that one out, Tommy. Tommy's Valje got the foot into it down towards half forward. And as the rain continues to tumble and it continues to come straight through this tap, we had a great shot over there a minute ago. The three-quarter time siren goes. We're going to check the scores. According to our man downstairs, the Ray Edwards Corio Village News Agency scoreboard shows that in the third quarter, Corio have gone to 9 goals, 11, 65 points. Bellpost Hill are 10 goals, 8, 68. 3 points the difference. We make it up here. The scoreboard doesn't agree with us. They've got Corio 3 points in front. We'll find out the true score, and we'll be back soon for the third quarter, Ronnie.
The final quarter, Cookie, because that was
the
just
final
the third quarter.
That's what rain does when it gets on here. It upsets you, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Good on you, Cookie. You stick with it.
Back shortly.